time at all.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. He was an absolute monster. Whether that can be replicated, though, he's not known for those big performances. I think that might be somewhat of an anomaly, but time will tell. Happy to be proven wrong here, as we'll see 3 sets of Kevlar for Team Liquid on the T side. Looks to be an A execution off the very get-go. Smokes towards Connector, and aggression from the CTs here, and YEKINDAR bringing in the flank from the underpasses. The execution comes through, smokes are down as expressed, and now will they be able to get the clean plant? There's not much CT presence whatsoever, but a first kill has been found.
Oh, there is ends as well. That's not bad. Oh, the work that he's doing. Another headshot to bring it through a quad kill, and he's absolutely decimated Team Liquid. Ends with just a perfect round.
That is absolutely catastrophic for the North Americans there. The A execution off the very get-go, you don't hate it really, and it was a wide open bomb site, but they were focusing the smokes toward the steps, the connector. They didn't think CT spawn would be a problem. Sicko claiming that mid-territory at the start, that's how he found YEKINDAR, but here was the star of the show, INS, lighting them up. No problem whatsoever. Fortunately, the bomb was planted, and it will allow them to buy into the second round, but nothing found whatsoever for Team Liquid there. Will they be able to make better of it in round number 2? One Galil, and pistols really otherwise. We've got a Mac 10 there for Nitro, but they've opted for utility over firepower here, and we'll see if that's the correct call. YEKINDAR not wasting any time whatsoever, trying to get in towards Connector. Molotov down towards short as well, and he has managed to grant himself access.
That one Galil is an interesting sight. They do have head armor, plenty of it on the CT side, so they're going to be falling easily victims to either the Galil or the Mac 10. Deagle's a different question altogether. Tech9 getting real close, but a nice spot there from Inns. He's ready to receive. Sicko goes down on the other side, though. aliStair, pretty quick with the double return. Yeah, they never even checked it, and he comes out. They didn't even bother to reload. That is massively aggressive, but it works out just fine. And Liazz, he would have loved it if there would have been a little bit more success at the A-bomb site. Maybe somebody would have been forced to rotate his way and he could have caught them in the middle of it, but it doesn't work out that way. Good cleanup for Grayhound.
Very nice there from aliStair. Well handled. It was Nitro that found the slight opening there with the Mac 10. They start spewing out towards the A side, but aliStair in a prime position. Look at his awareness in the second as well. Lovely movement. Completely bamboozles OC there to find the third headshot. And it will be 2-0, and presumably the third as well, because that was the force buy. And they don't really get anything done. No real kills found. No plant, of course. And Grayhound, huge lead here. And there's the first kill. Inns once again getting a lot of info, finding the bomb. And presumably his teammates are ready to pounce as well. They'll see 2 enter towards the connector. And job pretty much done. 1 player remaining. And that's going to be poor old YEKINDAR. Another clean sweep there, Anders. Have they even received a single death yet? Just 1. Sicko, the only player to go down in 3 rounds.
What a ridiculous beginning. Look at the money that they have. It's a very different experience. Again, the first part of Inferno, when they were on the CT side, Grayhound was really plagued by the fact that they didn't have any money really ever. So now they are super rich and probably enjoying life quite a bit. Liquid, going to be back with the AKs in this round. But yeah, this is a way different experience for Grayhound at the moment. And some very assertive kills coming out. They're hunting down Liquid in the middle in these early rounds. I know they're just up against pistols and maybe like a Mac 10 or 2, but still, just the confidence to go for those fights. Definitely a nice look for Grayhound.
Oh, certainly. Well, let's see if they can keep it up. It will be Nitro looking to contest here towards the B apartments. Like you said, they're assertive, confident. Not giving it up for free. Showing a bit of presence there as they set Liazz up in position. aliStair with the AWP elsewhere, holding towards connector currently. He holds long enough, he might be able to find aliStair, who's currently watching the window position. Like we said, Liazz set up here, and it looks like Nitro will overlook this position almost certainly. Time will tell. First frag should be coming in any second here.
He's just so patient. Don't think there's anyone either behind him to flash Nitro into this one, so just the battle of patience between these two. Nitro going to reveal the fact that he's there. He throws the grenade. Vexide on the other side of the map. That's in the middle to take down aliStair. So good start once again for Grayhound. And it should be a free kill for Liazz. He's realized, and he's even better. He's going to be able to check no one else is there. They know everything that's coming now. The rest of the attack towards the A-bomb site. And because of the information, there are no more surprises here for Grayhound. Good kill, though. I say that just as aliStair gets burned up and YEKINDAR gets the headshot. I don't know how they're not defending this better, Grayhound. There we go. A little bit of a recovery now. And Sicko going to be able to pick up the AWP and get the last kill on NAF. So, job well done. Looked like it should have been a little bit cleaner than that, but, you know, they'll take it.
Stunning start from Grayhound here. Doesn't get much better than that, I have to say. And we will see them go up 4-0. Really nice round. Once again, Vexai opening things up. And like we said, it was Liazz set up in this position for that reason. Seems to understand the tendencies of Nitro, and he was caught with his pants down. And they went with the maximum loss bonus, but no plants. So it's going to be Tech 9s and utility as well. See what they can make of it. Flashbang deployed towards middle, but a bit of a ruse. They've actually got all 5 players heading towards B here. So you would expect the standard smokes towards left and right side of Pillar, maybe towards Kitchen as well. But even then, I'm not really sure what that would do for them. Liazz got all the information and will do a ton of damage with that grenade. Calling for the backup now, just wants to try and stay alive.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game. Just, there's no reason to swing in to take that fight. Oh, he actually shot at his teammate a little bit then. So some panic still in the ranks of Grayhound. Might be a bomb plant, maybe. OC with a good headshot. The bomb is on him as well. So if he can make his way to the bomb side, they should at least be able to get a little bit of a bonus here. Tech 9 not doing it either, and OC is going to get dropped, and it's just on aliStair. He's picked up an M4, 1 versus 2. Grenade could have nearly taken him down, and don't know why he's not using it. Instead, the Tech 9, and it won't be enough. Inns will be the one to save the round, and Grayhound. This is starting to become a real interesting beginning for them. Liquid, of course, going to be able to buy no matter what in this upcoming round, but they couldn't really make it through, in spite of the fact that they had a decent start to the round.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad considering the overall buy, but still the worst possible start here on their map pick. Looks to be the first time out here. Daps will get stuck in. Work out what's going wrong here because they're getting blown out the water. They're not really getting close to any of these rounds. Looks pretty calm over there though. First map under their belt wasn't the prettiest performance, but they got the job done. As they'll take the time out, adjust their setups, and work out what will be the next approach. T side here on Mirage, yet to really find any kills, to be honest with you. 1 per player as we go into round number 6. NAF top fragging, if you want to call it that, with 2. But a full buy here. Yeah,
look at Inns as well. He's 10-0. He hasn't even died yet, so he's just having a real good time. What a weird beginning to the map. Liquid, again, they're supposed to be. They won the first map in double OT. They're supposed to be the ones feeling really good about everything. Map was picked as well, the first one by Grayhound, so everything should be pointing towards Liquid having more of a momentum boost coming into this one, but we're not seeing it at the moment. Grayhound looked determined and focused to try and take it away. If they could get it on to a third one, I believe Nuke is the deciding map as well, isn't it? So
it is.
That's going to make things real spicy.
Yep, it's absolutely true. We'll see Sicko using the aggression here, but Nath 1 step ahead of him. You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to catch him out. And we will see an advantage for the first time here for Team Liquid. 1 minute on the clock. We've got a smoke being set up towards window. Courtesy of aliStair. Should be flashing off towards connector as well. But here's Liazz waiting in towards ladder room. And it will be a B finish once again. We've got Inns there. Like you said, the danger man. 10-0. Inns the immortal. As they'll set themselves up towards B. Kind of have to commit to it now. They don't really have control elsewhere. Nitro towards connector. But he's going to be going through murder hole by the looks of things. Yeah,
and unfortunately, Liazz, I don't know how quickly he can get here. Inns will have to try and once again sort of get a kill, fall back and play for time and wait for that backup to get there. He's a little bit closer now to be able to swing on the connector position, so now it actually is a bit interesting. And Inns is hearing the steps on the other side, calling it in now, saying, yeah, they're down on the site. A little bit of a peek from Liazz. He almost gets himself killed. 11 seconds left, and Naf swinging around the back and delivering the first death to Inns, so not bad. And this round is pretty much locked up. Unfortunate for Grayhound, but they've let Liquid back in the game.
Well, there we have it. It will be the first round with Team Liquid. Can they keep it clean? If they take aliStair down, that would be absolutely epic for them. It looks like it should be happening. Nitro holding the flanks there. He did a pretty good job at holding the CT forces towards the A side of the map with that Molotov and holding connector as well, listening out for rotations, but entering the B bomb site with style and grace was Naf, and managing to mow them down, no problem whatsoever. 5-1. Money, as you'd imagine, is probably pretty strong on the CT side. You're going to see this nice shot from aliStair, but that's about all they got done in the previous round.
This had better be a real comeback for Liquid again. It's been such a slow start for them. They need to find something to bring them back, and it's not been too inspiring yet. That last round was good. It's a good call at the end to end up at the B bomb side. I think they've also realized maybe that there is, for the moment, just a solo player that's been playing there with maybe some backup on the catwalk, but it's not been a really hard B defense yet, so maybe that's something Liquid can go back and try and exploit. aliStair looking into the underpass. Bomb is dropped a little bit further back, and yes, not exactly full-on mid-control for Grayhound, but it's enough to try and take a look, and Liquid will have to use quite a few nades to try and make sure they can claim this part of the map.
OC the challenge first here, Anders, and he spots the boots of one and a second. Unable to convert a shot, though. Still in a 5-on-5. A lack of utility here, but perfectly shot. It's going to be aliStair towards YEKINDAR there. Beautiful with the AWP. You can say that again as OC will answer back in kind. And we've got a 4-on-4. 50 seconds remaining, and Sicko, he'll be challenged towards the shadow position. Inns given the responsibility of looking towards window and the connector. Sicko's being overlooked, though. They've had so many kills in this position. They've now got the man advantage. Bomb will be planted. And it will be Inns trying to defend the default situation, but it's going to be up to Naf. This would have to be one hell of a clutch here in the 3 versus 1.
He can do this. Oh, such a wide swing, and they were all ready and waiting for him. I don't even know what he could have done differently. If he'd stayed behind that box, they'd just get closer and closer, and they're going to be able to edge him out no matter what. So, after giving up a round, it's Grayhound back on top, 6-1. Bomb plant is helpful to Liquid, no doubt about it. But this is a very, very different feel. You can see they're smiling a little bit. They're starting to feel something going their way. And Liquid have just disappeared completely. That's not how you want to get a second map. So I'm sure Liquid had dreams of making this a pretty quick 2-0 and kind of prove to the world that they're going to be able to make it through this lower bracket. But at the moment, that thought's been put on hold right now. All focus on Mirage. 5 kills on Naf. He was the star of the show for Liquid on Inferno, and yeah, he's trying to do the best he can to bring them back into it. Look at this change of pace coming out. Straight down, double opening. That is aggressive, wow. Henry.
Yeah, well, that's what we said on Inferno. Like, Liquid weren't really looking themselves until they loosened up a bit and started showing, like, well, do you know what? We're just better players across the board. Why don't we just go out there and kill them? Yeah, perfect demonstration of that. Complete change of pace, and it will be another round for Team Liquid here. Nice jump from Liazz, just to note that. 3-on-2, Liazz and aliStair to save their weapons. But Team Liquid back on their feet, and all it took was a bit of a fast A push with the set smokes. Good flashbangs as well, nice movement. And it will be, once again, Naf finding the crucial incisions. Dr. Naf.
Dr. Naf. I would trust Keith for anything, you know. Don't think many people have made the career switch from professional gamer into an actual surgeon, but someone's going to be the first to do it, you know.
He said, you know what, the pro gaming is not for me. I need a less stressful life. Let me be a surgeon.
Yeah, I'll go jump into that. Why not?
So here it is. This is aliLstair and Naf making light work of the A defense. No problem whatsoever there. Basic utility and fast-paced gameplay. But the money in an interesting spot. They saved 2 weapons, but not going to be forced buying into it. It's down to Liazz and aliStair to try and crack things open here. aliStair's been showing some pretty good form, to be honest with you. As he jumps in towards ladder room, we'll be focusing efforts towards short here. And he might get that first kill. Pretty much locked in. Oh, I can't believe he hasn't. That's wild. YEKINDAR can't believe his luck there.
Yeah, what a shot to begin with. 4-on-5. Liazz and maybe Vexite now with the AWP, but they don't even have to challenge that much. Naf will, and he wins the fight anyway. I was going to say, they could probably just ignore it with the smoke up, but they actually get the kill. Now it's all about saving the AWP as Liquid are about to get a 3rd round on the board. And this is it's a bit too early. Grayhound, the run that they've been on here, it's impressive, and it's a good start, but the problem is it's still really early in the first half. So Liquid, they're going to be back to a 3rd round, and they can keep this going for quite a bit. They have far from done enough Grayhound in the opening half to really let Liquid back in this early. Good shots coming out. Naf just continuing. 8 kills. What a day he's having.
Bear in mind as well, you'd have to assume that YEKINDAR is calling here. I think everything's a bit scuffed in the squad. Nitro his last tournament, considering he wasn't really up for it in the previous. You'd think it's understandable why things look a little bit skew-with in general for Team Liquid. But yeah, you're right. They're back on their feet now. If they can win this round, it should be absolutely fine. OC to find the first frag. Sicko in a prime position to challenge a lead here, but if he misses a bullet, the AK-47 will almost certainly take him down and his teammate as well. This is the key frag, spots the elbow, and he will come out on top. Nitro thinking about the trade. Was he hurt? Sicko seems to be aware of it. Now throw the incendiary round, or the grenade, I should say, and we've got ourselves a 4 versus 2. Nitro displaying some self-preservation. There's the bomb on his back, and they've locked ins in. Nothing he can do. He's going to jump through the flames here, take quite a lot of damage as he gets in towards B apartments.
Yeah, if someone would have been there, it would have probably been worth it to try and see if he can beat the timing on that one. But nobody was. Instead, it's on aliStair. He's had some highlight moments throughout the match, but now he just needs more than that, and he's already been spotted out. He needed that first shot, the element of surprise, to work out in his favor, and it did not work out. He's going to get taken down, and the round is going to go to Liquid. 4-6, no question about it.
Anders, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Do you want an A-stream update? And before I tell you the result, I want you to guess what the scoreline is on Overpass right now. I'll tell you they're in the second half, and they're in round number 22.
Round number 22. Man. I think it's going to be more even surely here. Like, that's what I want to say. I don't know. Yeah, I without putting in an exact number on it, like a more even game here at the start of the half.
It's 14-8 in favor of EG. They're pulling it back on their opponent's map pick after going down 60-2. EG back on their feet. They're fighting.
Okay.
Pride of a nation on their back. And it's actually automatic with 25 kills. So well done to them.
All right. That's good. Good recovery. You know, a lot of hatred for EG these days, but yeah, they did almost do it against FaZe yesterday, so why not prove that you could do a little bit more here today? Good stuff. Maybe a third map coming up there as well, if it keeps going the way that it is. Got a lot of Counter-Strike for you guys today, both on both streams.
Yes, indeed.
You want to stick around.
Yeah, we got Mouse Furia coming up after this series, which, in my opinion, is actually the game of the day. I think that'll be absolutely fantastic with Furia's recent improvement in form. At least yesterday's game suggested that they could turn up and still play world-class Counter-Strike, which is exciting.
They did look like that, and we want them tested against a team like Mouse. That could be interesting to see. Money is out for Grayhound. They have the rifle on ins, but not more than that. Sneaking on through here is Naf. Not going to be walking into any rifles at the moment. 2 USPs and a deagle, I believe. That's all the defense at the A bomb site. Liquid. This is... I mean, it was looking so dire. These early rounds that Grayhound won were really convincing. Oh, he actually just sees him go straight down. Molotov to follow, and they are in trouble. Sicko, though. I don't know how, but he's found 2 kills before he goes down. They realize they surely do. HE on top, and that's going to blow up aliStair. No armor on him, so he can't survive that HE, but what a sketchy round. It's actually a little bit closer than it should have been.
Yeah, absolutely true. This is a little bit uncomfortable still, considering the low HP of YEKINDAR and Naf. The latter in towards Palace, and the former, in fact, as we'll see them focus their efforts towards A. Backside, getting cooked in the corner. Can't move. Needs to be very careful here. The bomb should be planted. His teammates otherwise engaged towards the B bomb site, and they should be finding backside momentarily. Naf seems to be locked in, finds the kill, and that's going to be the round.
Yeah, of course it's Naf out for the hunt. 10 kills on him, and he's got the right idea. Liazz is there. Oh, the spray. Not at all bad. Liazz comes back for it, and he's going to win the fight just barely, but Naf definitely had the right read. Scoreline about to be 5-6. Liquid. They are clawing their way back so unbelievably quickly. I can't believe that it's this quick that the comeback's been happening. Grayhound have got to be kicking themselves, because when you carve out that kind of a lead, you want to keep it going. The rifle is lost as well, Henry. And yeah, Liquid looking to try and see if they can recover the first half. They've already done a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Considering the deficit they found themselves in, 5-0, the fact they're coming back into this one now and actually finding convincing rounds, and they're controlling the pace. Sure, things got a little bit complicated here, but it's going to happen. Sicko, fantastic sequence there with the deagle. Wasn't quite enough to win the round, but certainly made things exciting. Another gun round now. Naf, the only player on double digits so far, but it's only round number 12. We'll see if he can continue his very strong form we saw in the first map of Inferno. YEKINDAR. He's been a little bit streaky today, but OC's been fantastic. Certainly a player gets a lot of criticism as well, but today he has been spectacular. YEKINDAR will join in the fragging responsibilities as well, and Nitro thinks he spotted a gap here, but aliStair with a no-scope through the smoke. We'll take YEKINDAR down. Nitro, though, great little gap found. Molotov should guarantee the round as well. Triple Molotov, that will do it.
Yeah.
That guarantees the jungle is clear, I'm sure.
They really wanted to make sure. Fair play to them. This is starting to look like something way different. I don't know what caused the slow start for Liquid, but once they figured out what the right move was, they haven't really looked back. They're going to tie up the scoreline here. And Grayhound again in this uncomfortable position. I think one of the things that Grayhound really succeeded in doing at the beginning, they didn't die at all. They just had so much money that this combat should have been a lot more difficult for Liquid, right? There've been a lot of rifle rounds, but Grayhound, they're just running out of cash now to fight this with. aliStair getting hunted down. Liazz, if he sees the gun barrel, not quite going to be able to do that. Oh, they'll lose Nitro as well, so at least a little bit of a cleanup at the end here. But
but OC's got $16,000. YEKINDAR not far off it, so if anything, that helps them save their weapons. Doesn't really dent the economy of Team Liquid whatsoever. He finds 6 rounds in a row now. Here's the opening frag from OC, and a lovely shot from YEKINDAR as well to find the 5-on-3. There's always a few complications, but still a pretty clean round here. There was a no-scope. We didn't quite see that one, so I was interested to see how that went down. And yeah, they'll save a couple of weapons here. They'll have enough cash with the maximum loss bonus to buy once more. YEKINDAR with the smoke coming in towards the window position, actually. Kitchen, all the way from top and middle. That's pretty epic, so a B rush is looking very likely.
Yeah, they're going for it. First kill there, not bad. In's going to be able to take down one. Liazz, okay, he's going to be able to... There's no one replying, and no more flashes being thrown either, so pretty easy cleanup. Liquid not really having the punch-through that they were looking for. Vexite's good for the triple on this one. And they just had so many people at the B-bomb side. They were absolutely ready for that kind of a rush. So finally, Grayhound with the 7th round after taking a real long break. But Liquid, like you pointed out, they have so much money. They don't care about losing that one round. And they've already got 6 rounds. They're already in a decent position for the first half. Now it's just a question of how much more they can get on top.
Yeah, that was a bit of a Hail Mary, that one. You could see it was definitely with some intent. They had kitchen smokes from T-Spawn. Pretty cool to see. And another set piece here, Anders, from the very get-go. I don't mind this at all because, like we said, pound for pound, they are better players. In terms of mechanical skill, they'll be hitting their shots. They just need some space to do so. So even these basic A executions, once they're trading at their frag, this is absolutely a viable approach at the start of the round. And we'll see if they can convert it here. Sicko hitting the pressure now. So many flashbangs flying through. Molotovs being deployed as well. Here comes the commitment from Team Liquid. It's Sicko to defend with the AK in hand.
Yeah, trying to hide inside of the smoke. Already some bullets coming through right next to him. He's actually getting tagged as well. It's YEKINDAR in the opening, but Liazz through the smoke. Random headshot onto Nitro. That's interesting. Molotov at the back, so putting a bit of pressure on. Flashbang's not really doing anything against him, but aliStair just powering through. Vexite with the double. It's not done yet. It's all on Naf, and they're going to double peek him. Oh, it's so close. aliStair down to 13, but he will be Grayhound at 8, putting us in the 15th round.
My God. As you can see, the set piece from the very get-go, once again, they tried the luck and B in the previous round. This time, focusing all of their efforts and all of their manpower in towards the A bomb site. Comes down to a 1 versus 1 in the end, but Nafly was out of position. The AWP takes him down. And we enter the final round of this first half. Smoke down towards the window and operating towards the B apartments once again with the bomb. 2 towards top and middle and ends. Now that should be towards the underpass. A little boost frag and OC finds it, but Inns will find a double and the bomb. He gets away with it, but still a 3 versus 3. Back and forth we go. Absolute pandemonium right now. A lot of damage towards the top and middle, and that grenade might be enough. It looks dead on, but Sicko converts, and it will be the grenade kill in the end.
Yeah, there we go. Too low on health to survive. And YEKINDAR, haven't really seen anything out of him today yet that makes you think he's going to be able to win this. Most especially when he's only got 6 health left. That part is real uncomfortable. 1 minute and 10 seconds. So if he had all the health, maybe he could find a couple of kills here and make it a close 1 versus 1. But at the current stage, I doubt it. Grayhound looking to try and see if they can get 9 rounds, which at the current state, I mean, that's a good first half if you're on the CT side of Mirage. I think they'll definitely take that kind of a victory. Liquid, though, they bought themselves time. Still a very open game. And there we go. Liazz able to pick up the kill. 9-6 at the end of the half.
Yeehaw, Cowboys. We are back with Team Liquid versus Grayhound. It is the second half of the second map. Team Liquid with a disastrous start there. 6-0 down, but battling their way back to a competitive scoreline at least as they switch over to the CT side. They'll be up against a full A attack here. Smoke's already deployed towards the connector, and here come the flashbang Anders. It's Nitro to defend.
Oh, missed shot, but not for Inns. He's going to take down Naf, who's hiding down in the shadow position. Nitro now getting pushed, and the flashes come through. Oh, it's a good execution. He picks up the clock, but he can't fire it in time. aliStair will get one for the smoke, and it is a 3-on-3. The round may be saved for Liquid still. There is a chance to get back into it. Look at Grayhound. Even with the bomb planted, they're just so aggressive, fighting out inside of the bomb site, and that's not really how you normally play it. Normally, you'd maybe try and fall back and try and look for the after plant and play for time instead. YEKINDAR and aliStair here. The bomb is, or the kit is down in front. It's going to be YEKINDAR to get their first one, and Sicko, you've got to run away, and he just won't be allowed to. Grayhound, I admire the aggression, but maybe it was too much.
I think you're absolutely right. I didn't think Nitro and Co stood much of a chance there on the retake. With the bomb planted, their positional control was lacking, to say the very least. And then some outright aggression there from Grayhound. A misstep there because the bomb was in a pretty uncomfortable spot. It was no chance really for them to find opening frags unless you offered them to them. And they swing around, and sure, there was a chance they could have converted. But yeah, it all kind of falls apart. And they got the initial couple of kills. So that was a beautiful little frag there from Nitro. aliStair lucky to get one through the smoke there. Kept the dream alive. Then YEKINDAR arriving at the scene of the crime there, managing to close things out. I would say that's pretty much a must-win pistol. How they got an AWP in the second round with Kevlar there? How much money did they farm?
Yeah, that's a real good question, actually. Well, someone's
Who
gonna...
took the sacrifice there? It must be YEKINDAR. He must have got like 3 kills and the defuse.
Yeah, I guess.
And had enough to... And then he didn't get the helmet, so he drops the AWP and gives an MP9 in return. So that's kind of wild.
Okay, well, maybe it's going to be worth it. Pretty impressive buy coming out, but...
It never normally works. Whenever you get the AWP in the second round, in my experience, like you someone get a knife or something, it always seems to backfire. Like you give it up to them, and they end up winning the round of it. Let's see if I can jinx it. As we all see the Glills coming through at that A round, but Sicko is down to 12 points of health already. He'll be taken care of. Yeah,
potentially also, you know, a little bit of trust in OC, the way that he's been playing overall throughout the major, and maybe even into this one. Hold the phone, Henry. Couple of kills coming in from Liazz, and it's now 2-on-3. Let's see if that AWP is going to be worth it here. OC's walking in, and he gets the shot on Liazz, so far so good. But he still has to be aware, and aliStair's walking out.
No.
What a shot. Banged out by the Galil, and now it's just all on Nitro. Yeah, he's going to run and pick that up. This is a disaster, Henry. How did you know?
I'm not sure, but Nitro, he is in a dire scenario right now. 20 seconds, the bomb will be planted momentarily. I would give him almost 0 chance of winning this, but we'll see what he can make of it. He's got a kid at least. So much to do up against the AWP of aliStair now. Like I said, when you bring this weapon out, it normally seems to backfire. And that pistol victory is looking like a distant memory at this stage because Nitro, at this point, I'd say just get an AK or a Galil and get out of there. But that kill might change things up. He's got the kit, and now the HP not a factor. There was a real chance there. aliStair, he had the helmet and a lot of HP, so perhaps Nitro wouldn't have got the kill, but he offers himself up, nails the shot, and it will be double digits for Grayhound. So there kind of has to be the force buy and response. $1,500 on a couple of players with double eco regardless. Nitro, a good effort, but ultimately a pretty comfortable finish here from aliStair.
That is a really, really rough experience for Liquid again. Winning the start of the second half here, it looked like they were going to be able to use that as a platform to bounce right back into the game, which is absolutely what they needed. But now there's a big question mark underlining that. 10-7 now the scoreline. Grayhound, they're just 6 rounds away from being able to claim the second map and put us on a third. Not at all what Liquid want, I am sure. YEKINDAR, though, that's a bit of a fight being won. Just the FAMAS down in the underpass to take down Liazz. And now aliStair, he's certainly thinking about it. aliStair, you might want to get out of here. They're still close by. He's bringing everyone in. Okay, they're really taking the middle. Yeah, slowing down either. Flashed around the corner. They're running towards the FAMAS, but it is very low on health, and there's a little bit of backup being called in. Naf up in the hallway with the MAC-10. They're not checking the corner, Henry. This is a disaster. Nobody's even realizing. Oh, jump off with Sicko, saving the day, stopping the bomb from getting shut down, and it's a 4-on-4.
That frag might save the day. You're absolutely spot on there. I can't believe it. They had the presence of mind to even be aware of that potential after overlooking it on the initial exchange. CSGO will find his second frag of the round. Vexite confirms the 4 versus 2 as we got OC and NAF with nothing to do. And that was the 4 spy. He got a little bit uncomfortable there with the opening frag coming in from YEKINDAR. That was towards the underpass, pushing them in towards B. And there was a real chance there. He denies the plant. Absolute pandemonium ensues, but wasn't realized, and it will be a very clean victory for Grayhound here as they go 11-7, a MAC 10 and a 5-7. A couple of them, to be fair, saved, so they won't be entering the next round with nothing, but as good as, really, as they'll be averaging $2,000 per player, so they can drop one more 5-7 over. That is about it.
That could have really worked out, though. Sneaking around to the back of the site with the FAMAS. I mean, there was a real opening there, but it didn't work out the way that he wanted, so unfortunate timing. 11-7. Grayhound. Imagine if it goes to a third map. Again, Liquid, even though they won that first map, they don't look rock solid. You don't have this sense of confidence that they're definitely going to be able to take it, even on the final map. So, close it out as soon as you possibly can. Grayhound are really, really warming up into this one. Ints and Vexite both with 16 kills. Liazz at 13. aliStair at 12. They've got the whole team ready to fire on all cylinders. And OC's up close, within striking distance with the 5-7.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this for OC. It could be a prime opportunity. We know the 5-7 can be lethal at close range. We talked about it before. Sicko has been pretty instrumental, though, in the success so far. He'll be the point man as OC drops off. Oh, the entire team does, in fact. They're taking the bait. They're sensing a B split from the smokes going down towards window and the top of connector. They're feeling it's going to be a B attack. It's the perfect call. It's completely done. Hook, line, and sinker. In towards A they go. Just with 2 smokes, taking that vision away. They took a gamble. And this might even be a unicorn round. We might see a complete clean sheet in round number 19.
That's interesting. It's a bit of a rare sight. Yeah, it's a good term for it, unicorn round. Don't get to see them very often at all. Usually there's always someone out for it, and you can tell already they really want to go into the middle here. Boost up could easily get them killed. I think Vexite realizes already, and there's the kill. YEKINDAR goes down.
There it is.
Yeah.
Unicorn dead.
Unfortunate. I do love a peaceful end to it, but not going to be happening this time. Still, 12-7, Henry. This is... I don't know. Where's the comeback going to be coming here for Liquid? I'm not seeing it at the moment. It just feels very flat.
Just to give you another A-stream update, Anders, guess what the score is now?
Oh, I think EG must have won it. I'm ready.
No, they've gone overtime. It's 15-15. They gave it up. The 14-8 lead, they actually gave it up on overpass. So it's gone the full distance here.
EG, why?
And it was, yeah, like they might crash out the tournament after going up 14-8. And maybe losing in overtime. So that's going to be an interesting one. That's going on right now. You've got a second monitor, second tab, different device. Get all the games open. Enjoy the ride with us. We keep the sound on this one, I would say. It's called the B stream, and it stands for the better stream. So it's not secondary. It's just different.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Definitely want to stick around. Do have an enormous amount of Counter-Strike that's coming up for you today. A whole and the 2 best of 3s after even this one. So... you're going to be entertained all throughout the day, the night even. Yesterday was a bit of a long day. I'm planning on doing something similar.
Well, we've got Bardolph and Hawker coming in for the late shift tonight. So I'm sure they'll have a lot of fun. Can be quite the wild ride. And to be fair, I still really enjoyed last night's games. I thought they were epic. The storylines coming into it with Fnatic, playing with Forest, of course. 9Z showing some excellent form. I really enjoyed that series. I hope we get to cast 9Z again as the tournament goes on. Either way, we are deep into this first series of the day on the B stream. Second map, 12-7 here for Grayhound as they look to continue this fast-paced gameplay. It's OC, though, completely blind. He'll find that first frag and take down Ins, and it's going to have to be tested once again. But this is looking much cleaner. At least it was. As we all see, Grayhound find their first frag.
Oh, right at the edge. I thought there must have been a little tiny gap there. I don't even know how, but Liazz is going to be able to find the kill on NAF, and it's a 3 versus 3. aliStair hearing the jump up. He's worried that someone was going to be jumping down on top of him, in fact, but Instead, aliStair just powering through and finding Liazz. If there's a chance for Liquid to turn this around, I think winning this round is going to be absolutely essential. Vexite's walked up behind him. It could be a double. Oh, he's very quick in the trigger. That's a headshot to bring down Nitro, leaving aliStair.
Oh no, that was looking so good. The first 2 frags go in favor of Team Liquid. They've got themselves that 3-on-2, low HP on both players, and it all collapses. Vexite with a double kill. 32 points of health between the 2 of them here, and the bomb's going down towards B. They've done so well at keeping him far removed from the scenario. No kit, and he's got to deal with a CT spawn presence as well. Courtesy of Vexite, you're almost certainly not checking this. He'll come through. You can have time to check these close range proximity alpha. Does he know? Oh my god. Okay, well, take it back. He is going to check it and somehow get away with it as well. There is enough time to work with, but no kit. aliStair, strong position, big smile on his face there as well. He knows it's a massive round to pick up as Grayhound get one step closer to taking map number 2.
That is absolutely massive. What a turnaround. In spite of this, OC, then YEKINDAR, and yeah, from the other side, from Nash's point of view, it didn't look like there was that much of a gap in the smoke, but there really was. Vexite doing great work at the end as well. Everything really working out. Grayhound 3 rounds away from picking up this second map.
Yeah. It's looking quite uncomfortable here now. They need a bit of a miracle, one of these rounds to go in their favor, but it's the worst possible start. aliStair will be dropped early on, and we've got a 5 versus 4. Meanwhile, they'll be helping themselves towards the A bomb site as well. 5-on-3. YEKINDAR, a chance for a frag, maybe steal a rifle away. There it is. You wouldn't really do much more, though. As the bomb's being planted, it's going to be 4 versus 2. So to save the AK and just kind of alleviate some of the financial woes going forward.
OC, no chance. YEKINDAR. AK being saved is about the best that we could do at the moment. As Grayhound will end up at 14 rounds. This has been a lot more one-sided than it was on Inferno. Again, we ended up playing double overtime, so there was a lot more excitement in that sense. We haven't seen it out of Liquid yet. Who's the one to step up for them here? Again, Naf is doing his job, and YEKINDAR, I guess, is kind of there with him, so they need a couple of more players, maybe even just one. And maybe they could do it. But this is such a rough position to come back from at the moment.
Well, comeback is the operative word there, Anders, and we know Liquid are good for a comeback or 2 in their time. Maybe not in this current form, maybe not with this particular roster, but we will see what they're made of if they can step up here. YEKINDAR at least saves the AK-47, so something there. Like I said, this alleviates some of the finances, and it means they can get a double AWP set up for the first time. OC, of course, a traditional AWPer, allowing NAF to be a bit more of a turret elsewhere on the map. You'd presumably go towards B, and indeed, that's where I'll be heading. 3 players on that side of the map for now, and aliStair will be ducking and weaving around middle. First shot is exchanged by both players. They actually both connect. Equal damage really on either side, so that gives up the fact there's an AWP in towards B. But I'm pretty sure he knows he connected. So Liazz will take point and work his way through the B apartments.
Yeah, it all comes down to this here. If you're Liquid and you're dreaming of a comeback, it has to start right now. I like this aggressive setup in the middle with the anti-flash position for aliStair. I think it's generally quite cool to see, and they need a switch up, right? Whatever they've been doing so far has not really been working out, so anything that you can do at the moment to change the course of history here. Naf alone in the bomb site with an AWP. Tricky position. If he misses one shot, he might just get run down. Good flick onto Liazz. Okay, there's the start. He's going to pick up Sicko as well and keep it going. And finally, they get rid of him. But Naf has done his job once again.
Yeah, that's all that was required of him. And he's delivered on all fronts. 4 versus 2 now as aliStair will chime in. Good for 1, but still maintaining that advantage. Nice position there towards the kitchen. YEKINDAR will convert it as well. aliStair surely has nothing to say about this one. Plant would be good, all things considered. He is surrounded right now. It doesn't look like that'll be possible. Yeah, excellent work there from Naf. Like he said, alone. If he misses one of those shots, if he only gets 1 kill, it all falls apart. But he gets the double and secures at least success in this exact round, because things are looking pretty grim overall. And it looks like this map will be going in favor of Grayhound. But still, that's an impressive round, one they desperately needed. They don't maintain the double AWP setup, however. OC will be thrown back the AWP.
This is just absolutely desperate. It should have been such a such an easier time, right? Their own map pick, but Grayhound have come into this with just a completely different level of focus. So I'm definitely a little bit shocked at this. Vexite, you know, we've been praising Naf for the way that he's been playing, but Vexite dropped, I think, 34 or maybe more kills in OOT on the opening map, and he's back at it again here with 21 to try and see if he can bring Grayhound through. Liazz has gone down to the start of the round, and aliStair sneaking up from the underpass. YEKINDAR, he had the right read, but he just misses the timing inside of the smoke, and he's going to be going down.
God.
3 versus 4.
Oh, a couple of kills there on a plate. He doesn't get anything done, and he gives them a window of opportunity back into the round. That's unfortunate for YEKINDAR. All the right moves up until the moment he pulls the trigger. Now he needs to be careful, and he gets the headshot, but it's actually been equalized here. They know he's the B anchor. That's their cue to try and make their way in towards the bomb site. aliStair is willing to throw himself in his cannon fodder, get some information, and it's OC to defend, who can't really commit. Has to focus towards short. Molotov down towards the kitchen, but still not quite deep enough, so they do have a point of access if they want it. Remember, the bomb's not there, and they've got players flanking in from all over the map as well. Most importantly, Vexite once again sabotaging the defense from the backlines.
Oh, nice find. aliStair going to be going down. It's on OC. Oh, you don't want to be going through this at all.
Yes,
I don't think this is a good idea. Vexite's going to take him down. 24 kills on the young player. He is an absolute star in this particular game, and there's no slowing him down. 15 on the side of Grayhound. They are looking to close the book on Liquid on Mirage.
They certainly are, Anders. They certainly are. They're looking very good here. Another massive advantage for Team Liquid thrown away. They keep finding these, 5 versus 4s, 5 versus 3s, and then someone will make just one move that's slightly too aggressive, and it all collapses. Now they'll need 7 rounds in a row here on the CT side just to take us to overtime. It looks like we've got Nuke locked in here, but time will tell. As it is going to be a pretty difficult buy. Overall, we do have an MP9 for mass, no defuse kit, and we do have the OC sniper, but it's not really been massively impactful in this particular map. He was a showstopper on Inferno, really showing some top-level form. But for now, Grayhound have looked way too comfortable on Mirage. This is their opponent's pick as well, so they've locked in that third. We'll see if they can close it out right here, right now.
They desperately need to. This is a bit of a disgraceful performance from Liquid. There's no other way to put it. They need to win 7 in a row. There's no evidence that they're going to be able to do this. Their defense, they've tried a lot of different things, right? They've tried that mid-control. They've tried to see if they can make it work, but they just haven't been able to stop Grayhound. This is just a completely different team from what we saw on the first map. And even then, I mean, getting into OOT, the truth is, Grayhound, if they'd won that first map, if they got maybe a couple of more kills in OT, they would have won the map, and now they would have been a 2-0 in favor of Grayhound. Good stoppage here. Couple of good shots ringing through, AWP, and then Nitro to follow it up, even getting the job done with the USP. It's just on ins, and he will go down to Naf. So at the lip of losing the map, they're able to pick up at least one more round, but they need a lot more.
They certainly do, but that's a good way to start their journey. That's all you can do, one step at a time. And for now, it's the MP9 that saves the day. Close range through the smoke. Grayhound will be mowed down. As we all know, it's the most difficult round to find. Kind of get a bit more rigid. You don't want to be that player going down first. Some mentality can shift. And for now, one final buy here. 2 AKs, 2 Tech 9s, and an AWP. Round number 25.
Oh, see, you said it earlier. He was great on Inferno, and they need him now. Going to be good for the first flick, taking down aliStair, so not necessarily a bad start. It feels like Grayhound decide, you know what, since we're all in the B hallways anyway, let's just group up and try and see if we can lean to the side. Naf is going to be there, and he's getting a little bit of backup from YEKINDAR on the other side. If YEKINDAR will be the first point of contact, in fact, the smoke is going to be going down, but they're just going to try and walk their way through. They don't have any other choice. They've lost the rest of the map, so they have to do something. Grenade, it almost takes down Vexite, but he's somehow still alive. And YEKINDAR, good for the one, and the follow-up as well, and that should be a lockdown. OC to get the last kill, and Liquid bringing it to 10.
5 in a row required now. And that was the force buy as well. 3 AKs and 2 Tech 9s, or 2 AKs, I should say, with an AWP. But still, yeah, Naf, you thought he gets a little bit more than that, but he did a ton of damage. He sets YEKINDAR up for the alley-oop here, and he certainly converted. Just had to hit a couple of bullets. The third one was quite special, as we will see OC closing things out. So, should be the eco. We'll call it 4 rounds after this one. Just Glocks. Not really much to report.
Man, what a devastating scenario it would be for Grayhound on the other side of the coin if they can't close out this one. If they end up losing it in overtime again, that's going to be unforgivable. But we're a little bit, it's a little bit away from that, but I'm starting to already get a little bit nervous because I can't think of anything more heartbreaking for Grayhound if that's how it goes down.
Speaking of heartbreak, Complexity have just found the 2-0 in overtime against EG. So with Sonic standing as well, that's the part that really hurts the most. Like Sonic, he hasn't been an active pro for over a year, maybe 2. He's been living in South Africa, as far as I know, playing like Apex Legends.
Well, you know what?
So the fact he's doing that, I think, is unbelievable. That's a real tarnish on the reputation there. 2-0 against Complexity with stand-in.
Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. I don't think they're going to be happy at all, but you're right. That's an interesting storyline. You know what else, Henry? Apparently people in the Twitch chat are getting banned if they spoil the results from the A stream, and here you are doing it. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Am I going to get banned as well?
I think we might just have to, Henry, unfortunately. Like, the rules are the rules. I don't make them.
People are getting banned. Okay. Well, I guess if those are the rules, I should be banned then. I guess it was a good run. I enjoyed my first day here. It was a pleasure working you, Vanders. There is no one to replace me, so you will be doing the rest of the tournament alone. But
maybe get the Twitch admin in to help me out. If they're going to throw you out, I think that's only fair. Oh, aliStair, double return. He's going to continue. He's on a tear right now. 3 kills, taking down Vexite, Sicko, and aliStair. All 3 hit the ground. And in the middle, oh, I like this from him. He's just gone aggressive, and he's going to challenge and find YEKINDAR. That's one hell of a move.
Yeah, very impressive movement there. Very assertive. It always seemed guaranteed he'd find a kill once he vaulted up in towards the window. This is getting a bit awkward, but aliStair, he'll hold his nerve. And that should be the round. So it's week 15-12, 3 in a row. Loss bonus won't be fully established, I don't think. Maybe at the 4th or 3rd stage. And indeed, it will be the 4th stage. So $2,900 per player. And we'll see Liquid now. Well, maybe kind of believing. Like we said, they are at times the king of the comeback. It's normally when they find themselves in such a desperate situation, like everything kind of falls into place. I think we were calling it Henry's Law during the last tournament.
Yes, we were.
And it all looks like it's all falling apart. Everything's gone wrong. You feel like the map's over. All of a sudden, it all starts to click. And this is the nightmare situation. You're stuck at $3,000. You know you just need one more, but it's not really worth going all in. It's probably not even worth a half buy here. You want to have nice, strong economy. So yeah, maybe some Tech 9, some Kevlar, very basic utility. You don't want to overinvest into this one. Keep the money strong. And I like this, exactly that. So they haven't got too many grenades. They've kept their money about $2,000, and they'll get 34 into the next one, Anders. So they'll have more than enough for AWPs and AKs and everything they need to close this one out. So not even, I'd call this one more of an eco with 3 players of our Kevlar.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of tickets being bought to try and see if you could do something. You know, sometimes it's nice to have, you know, the extra Deagle or the extra Tech 9 if you get that one golden opening that you need. And I don't know, Ince, he maybe could have seen someone in the back there. YEKINDAR in the middle tearing it up, and Ince is going to find a quick end to the round as well. Nitro doing all the work, and in fact, it's a flawless round coming out. YEKINDAR with 3 kills in the middle, Nitro defending the A-bomb site, and that was quick, lightning fast coming out. But again, Grayhound need one opening. One mistake here for Liquid, and they can put a Mirage behind them and just look to see if they can battle it out on that 3rd map. But we're not there yet. I can't imagine the heartbreak if this... Even in overtime, Grayhound must be feeling so weird about this game.
Oh, yeah, they're already feeling uncomfortable. The fact that it felt like it was locked in, we were already talking about the 3rd map. We were saying, well, it's going to take 7 rounds in a row. Like, kind of just saying it for the sake of saying it, just kind of letting everyone know that's mathematically what they need. We're not really believing at this point. But now it's just 2, but this opening shot, aliStair, he could have bought them a ticket to a 3rd map there. There was a collateral potential as well, but right between the wickets, and it's aliStair setting up some time with the smoke down. And back to the default here, because the bomb's still down in T-spawn, so they won't be doing anything too proactive. Waiting for any CT aggression. They've shown a little bit towards A, seeing if there are any inquisitive CTs pushing towards B. But it's back to that double orb setup just to know it. Naf showed some great form towards the B bomb site once more. So it looks like an A finish, Anders, to me. They're starting to coordinate themselves back towards the bomb site. They still have 4 smokes, so A execution looking incredibly likely.
Yeah, that's what it
1
feels
minute
like.
on the clock.
That bomb being dropped in T-spawn is a bit of a giveaway as well for what might be coming. Someone's going to have to go and pick it up. 50 seconds. Backside, good opening, but Nitro just charges out into the open of the middle, and he'll take him down. Losing Vexite's a big deal, and they lost Sicko as well. That shot on the OC. Time is running out on this one. 40 seconds. I think they've decided with the mid pressure here and losing that A-ramp position, they don't really want to go for the A-bomb side any longer, but this is being telegraphed. I think Liquid know what's coming. A little bit of a no, it's not worth it. You have to double down on this B split that's coming out. It's a good shot for Inns. Hold the phone. Naf deep in the bomb site to take the first one. He swings wide and drop in, so that's great. Secondary AWPing on Naf is absolutely off the charts, and it's just aliStair left.
Yeah, nothing he can do, I'm afraid, Anders. $100 to his name as well. He's been tagged. Is that the wallbang coming in from Naf? I think it was. He just hit him straight through the kitchen blinds. And aliStair will survive. Oh no, he's gone down. That is massive. So they do remove the AWP. The only lifeline they had going to round number 30 after being down 14-8. Team Liquid are back online. They need one more round in the money. It should be broken. It'll be maximum loss bonus at the very top end. There was no plan, and now they need a bit of a miracle. It was looking so good for the third map. They even got the opening frag of this round, but it was Nitro who quickly answered back, and then, like you said, it was the AWPs striking here. OC to go in first. Alish went down, but then Nitro finding this second shot, which really did save the day. Good flashbang to open things up as well. Nails the shot, and they find aliStair at the very end. So there shouldn't be a whole lot to work with here. Like I said, maximum loss bonus, that's 34 per player. So you're getting Galils, Tech 9s, AKs, certainly won't have that AWP, and a real chance here. But these are sometimes the rounds that fall apart, Anders. This is where you can find
that's true.
A little bit more of a faster paced, unpredictable, uncomfortable round. And it's not all said and done. Just because they got lesser weapons might mean they're a bit looser. And they might be able to... Oh, is it just a Glock for aliStair?
I mean, I would even go so far as to say that it's almost a classic that this is the round you lose if you're Liquid on the comeback. That feels like it plays out that way a lot. But yeah, just a Glock. That's heartbreaking.
Well, it's commendable. Captain sacrificing his own round here for a chance for his stars to shine. And, well, Vexite, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's the weapon that's going to bring them the map. If anyone could, it's him right now. 28 kills. Again, I think he had 34 on the opening map. He's not going to stop, and this time it's insta takedown. OC, the spray, nearly good enough to follow up on Nitro. But this B bomb site's very weak at the moment, and I'm sure eventually that's where they're going to end up. YEKINDAR is defending it at the moment, and Naf is kind of in the middle of the map. And there's the first sign that something is up. Molotov and then a flash on over, and YEKINDAR going to play by the bench, although Naf is now there, so they have a bit of a chance. Middle of the map still. Vexite trying to find the opening, but Nitro standing tall. Hold on, it's still a 3-on-3.
Oh,
the bomb's being brought
they
back.
didn't
This
pounce.
is a disaster.
Yeah, they might be overthinking this one. They're all stretched out. They don't really know what's happening next here, and they don't have the element of surprise anymore. You can see them scrambling into the next position. They don't have any utility to speak of. It was a 5 versus 3 in their favor, but Nitro claws them back into it with a couple of massive kills, and all 3 players coming through the palace towards the king himself, Naf. And they've got 2 rifles fixated on his position. A lot of noise being made. The Glock will jump out. A couple of kills required. Naf is just 1 frag away. It comes down to the 1 versus 1. Looking to close out the map right here, right now. Sicko with the fake plant. Trying to find positional control. He's going to plant towards CT spawn. Oh no, he seems to have an inkling as to where YEKINDAR is, but wasting so much time. Needs to plant now. Oh, the incendiary makes things very uncomfortable. The plant will be committed here, and down he goes. The comeback is realized. We're going to overtime. Team Liquid were down 14-8, Anders, and they've rolled it all the way back as they hunt for the 2-0. That is absolutely epic and very impressive.
It really is. And what a heartbreaking moment as well for Grayhound. I mean, they must have thought this was it, that they were going to be able to close it out, no problem, but they couldn't find a way. Liquid just showing some real strength here. I did not think it was possible. I'd kind of written them off already. I really did not assume that they were going to be able to bring it back, but here we are. 3rd overtime of this series. And they're trying to go quick with it. In through the flames, into the HE. Naf just running and gunning with that M4, catching at least one of them mid-air. And Vexite's practically dead already. In that corner, 1 good nade on him, and he's going to be gone. But he actually finds Nitro. He is an absolutely insane player right now. He's finally dead, and they're going to clean it up. So 1st round of overtime goes to Liquid.
Oh, it's always a bit of a gut punch when you've called, like everyone's excited for the first round of overtime. Let's go for that B rush. When you get completely blown out the water and your now massive lead has been diminished to a actual deficit, like this is where things start to get a bit questionable. You can see it wasn't a very compelling B rush either. They were smoked out, naded to death, and mowed down upon entry. The 2-0 dream is still alive here for Liquid, and they put their best foot forward here as they go 1-0 in the first half. aliStair up towards the Palace area. Not the best first round for them at all. No plant. Didn't even get close to much more than a couple of kills.
I can't imagine. How long do you think it's going to take if you lose this match in your Grayhound before you forget about it? You played double overtime on Inferno. You could have won that map, absolutely. And this one, you absolutely should have won already. This should have been done 20 minutes ago. It should have been Grayhound celebrating and going on to a third map. But if you end up losing here, I imagine it's got to be weeks and weeks where you wake up and just think about how you weren't able to close it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. But still, Liazz gives him some footing into this round, and Liazz oversteps the mark here. YEKINDAR, he needs multiple frags. Oh my god, does he ever deliver? 2 versus 1 now. OC, though, far removed towards the murder hole.
T-spawn. Oh, it will not make a difference. Okay. Liazz able to get the job done. I was going to say, it could have been a bit awkward if someone had to run back there. They had time for it, but still. 16-16. Grayhound finally winning another round on the T side after disappearing for a long, long stretch of time.
Time out here. Can hear some typing going on. Maybe technical. But a chance for us to catch our breath and just dissect what's happened so far. This is the Group B losers game, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Liquid versus Grayhound in the lower bracket. It was Inferno to kick things off where we saw overtime once again. 22-19 in favor of Liquid. They definitely had their moments where they could have lost the map. It was so back and forth. Some moments of excellence from Vexai, which has been replicated on Mirage, to be fair. He has been the one keeping them alive in these key interactions towards middle. But for now, it looks like a slight audio issue for the likes of Naf, who's just got his knickers in a twist a bit. Cables, he'll be wrapped up, so just going to get him that sorted. I'm sure it's absolutely fine, as the admins are on the case. But yeah, third map is nuke if required, and it was looking like an absolute lock-in there. It didn't seem like there was a world where they were going to give this one up. Bear in mind, the Greyhound started off with, what, a 6-1 lead? And then it did go to 9-6, still in their favor. But then, after losing the pistol, they managed to win the second round force by 5 rounds in a row, taking their total up to 14. And then it just felt like it was done. But then, a spree of rounds. They managed to pick up 7 out of the last 8. Team Liquid, that is. Take us to overtime. And now we're at 1-1. As we just saw this technical issue.
You know what?
It was just a sound thing. And we'll just get back into it.
I do have a bit of a comment from the Twitch chat to kind of to you know, potentially counter what you're doing here, Henry. So Brois Fedson, I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry, but he's saying, can casters please stop crying?
That's fair, actually. We always take the constructive feedback.
Yes. I mean, that is...
Stop crying.
I appreciate that too. You know, keeping us on track, keeping things honest. I'm assuming that's a comment directed at the fact that Grayhound are kind of, you know, pushing, they got pushed into overtime. But either way, we'll do our best to stop the crying and continue the casting.
Yep, fair enough. Message received, loud and clear, as OC will be looking to cause a bit of noise himself down towards the underpass. AWP in hand, final round here at the first half, and YEKINDAR gets himself in a spot to bother. He's going to have a lot of grenades, utility thrown his way. aliStair will back him up, but he's still burning. What's going on here? OC will still find the opening frag, but not for long. aliStair will answer back, maintaining the man advantage. 4 versus 3, lots of damage inflicted on both sides. YEKINDAR still needs to get the hell out of there if possible. Good grenade. That's more like it. And now funneling them in towards the A site. 4 versus 2, but I still think there's something to be said about this. I don't think this is the locked-in round for Liquid, if you ask me.
They need this so badly, Grayhound. 2 on 4. If this should springboard them back into the game. If anything was going to sort of rally the whole team behind it, be winning a huge clutch like this one. They should have had YEKINDAR already. He nearly burned alive, but the flash is so good. It's YEKINDAR and the assist. Sicko's down, and aliStair still making sure that they did get all the kills. Yeah. Don't worry, you don't have to keep shooting. But
you just want to make sure there was no ghosts.
Yeah. Oh my God. 17-16. That's 2 out of 3 rounds in the first half of overtime going to Liquid. They just need 2 more rounds, and they can walk away with the 2-0 victory. Might be one of the closest 2-0 victories we've seen in a real long time, but I don't think Liquid will care. They just want to make it through this bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. If anything, a bit of a wake-up call. Bear in mind, Nitro's last tournament in the Team Liquid jersey. Maybe in professional CSGO in general, you never know with CS2 around the corner. I think a lot of people will change their minds and want to dip their toe back in. So never say never. But still, we are going to see first opportunity to find map points here. And aliStair shutting down the prospect early. He's got a double kill potentially, down to 1 HP. He is lucky to be alive, to say the very least. He will scamper away and maintain that advantage.
Yeah, OC out of the mix, but with the AWP on aliStair, even being on 1 health, he's still going to be dangerous in the round. Losing OC is kind of a big deal. He's been playing all right. Molotov into the corner, putting some pressure on Vexite, but he's able to escape just barely. Actually, he kind of is thinking about coming back. There is a one-way there. Looking to abuse this little gap in the window. Not going to find anyone. It looks like they are leaning towards the B side of the map. Don't know if they're going to be able to break their way through. There's already a crossfire, and Vexite's not that far away. I feel like Liquid are in trouble in this round. I don't see an easy path back into it.
Well, time will tell, Anders. And time is of the essence with 45 seconds here. Ins, holding the connector. Molotov will flush him out, but YEKINDAR, what a sequence that is. Hook, line, and sinker. Flushes his opponent out. Eviscerates him upon arrival. And bear in mind, aliStair, 1 point of health as well. But he is in the right position. With Yorp, it might not matter too much. YEKINDAR will be dropped. The next shot comes through. And a chance for Liazz to spray them all down. He's done a great job so far, but bear in mind, 1 bullet will do it. And aliStair has to go for the no-scope, and he can't connect. 2 versus 1. A chance for the plant. He won't be smothered just yet. The Sicko's coming in towards the window.
He's crouching on in. It's actually real close. He's coming back for more. He's got the right idea. Look at how low they are. This is disastrous. And he's seen it coming. Grenades out. Vexite not quite going to be walking into it, but this should have been such a round for Grayhound. And now aliStair determined to bring it back. He's already got the 3 kills. Now looking for the quad, and he'll find Vexite. Wow. That might be a clutch to seal this series, Henry.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker of a round. Stone cold killer. aliStair steps up in the 2 versus 1. So much damage output on the first 2 interactions there. He manages to take them both down to 20 points of health and then close things out on the 1 versus 1 against Vexite, who's been a thorn in their side, to say the very least, posting 30-plus kills once again, Anders. We said it might be a flash in the pan and Inferno, but he is delivered on all fronts. Even if they do lose this, he can leave the server with his head held high. Great performances. 60-plus frags in 2 maps against Team Liquid. That is nothing to be sneezed at. Very impressive.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is impressive, but you want more than that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you want at least a map. You want to be able to claim that it was enough to bring you at least one of these maps, and that doesn't seem to be the case right now. He's just going to continue. He's out of control. 34 kills once again. Vexite, the absolute champion of this team, and it's another 2 versus 3. Sicko, I don't think anyone's expecting him. They've already found 1 kill here. They're not looking for a second. And OC maybe had a chance for a no-scope, but not quite going to be happening. And Naf, he should be dead. They've already had 1 crazy clutch from aliStair, and this time it's not going to be working out. Sicko will get it. And it's 18-17. We could be getting into double overtime.
Again, it's Vexite to save the day, taking his total up to 34. The double stack towards the Shadow pays dividends, as the Australians now looking to find 1 more to save their tournament life here. They would be crashing out of the tournament if this final round of single overtime ends here. We are going to see a single AWP set up on either side. aliStair focusing his efforts towards short. Has gone for this shot a few times. Normally hits the leg. Run boost. Potentially being set up. It's actually OT just looking towards connector. So not the run boost. Go. It's not the best.
Blown out of the sky. That's exactly what you want to see. 4 more kills, and we could go into double OT. I can't believe that so many of these rounds just coming down to Vexite getting the double kills. I mean, they're putting so much pressure on him for that, but he's really stepping it up, so Guess it's not too bad. Bomb is back in T-spawn, and it's Naf who's kind of in the area. YEKINDAR. There's a shot. Liquid would love to close this out right now. I'm sure they don't want to be playing double OT. And there's Naf going to pick up the bomb. 3-man setup leaning towards the A site, and he can do that because of Vexite's forward position. So even if he's across the map, he's still getting a little bit of info. YEKINDAR looking for somebody to step out of line. Did he see it? No. He's lucky to be alive. If that was an AK on the other side, he would have been dead.
I can't believe it. YEKINDAR still fighting for positional control even after receiving a double dink now. How is he still going? Sicko can't believe it. And here's Vexite looking for that double kill, but can't quite get it. Still going to come right down to the wire here. Such low HP, but aliStair with the AWP, that might not be a factor. And Nitro seems to know exactly where he is. Dropping the smoke, though. Going for the plant. 20 seconds remaining. And aliStair continues to find the form here. Does he ever? 3 versus 1. Double overtime is looking locked in. A captain's performance to close things out on the B bomb site. And there it is. Double overtime is locked in. Team Liquid cannot hold on. My God, they've done it again.
That's unbelievably scary for aliStair. Just imagine how close. I mean, I actually thought he might almost have got baited into that as soon as the bomb is getting planted, but he's just so well aware. Well played. Deagle to seal the deal as well. And more overtime in this series. Again, I think, obviously for Grayhound, they're still hoping about getting this particular match on the way, but I just feel like at this stage, if you end up losing it, you're laying in the groundwork for an unforgettable heartbreak here. It could still happen. We'll see. 18-18. New number to look for is 22 rounds. Let's see what they can do. Some pressure being put on already. Liazz gonna get the first kill on Nitro, and they'll follow up with a kill on the Liazz as well. So 3 versus 4.
Yeah, not for long though, Anders. Liazz really starting to wake up with Vexite as well. And they've got a 4 versus 2. This is actually falling apart at the seams in the last couple of rounds for Liquid. They will lose the lead after this one. Not really much they can do. If you look at the setup, the bomb is down. They've got YEKINDAR miles away from the equation. And Vexite in a prime position. 35 kills to his name. They are surrounding the bomb. It would take something epic from YEKINDAR here. I'm not even sure what it would take. And down he goes. As OC will try his luck. Not going to happen. And Grayhound, they've done it. They snatch back the lead now, as we see them pick up the first round of their CT campaign here in double overtime. My God.
Yeah, this is just such an uncomfortable way to be. I'm seeing some typing coming out there, so hopefully no big issues, but Grayhound, the way that Vexite's been playing, I can't... I know there was some talk about him when he joined the team, and people were sort of saying, yeah, he's one of the players from the region that's maybe worth looking at. That could be sort of a rising star in the rifling space. But this is absolutely wild. Sicko ends on the other side. Nitro crouching on through, and now the pressure is on Sicko. He needs a good flash to set this one up. Gonna get the first one, but you can see he's so worried about the follow-up. aliStair nearly getting caught. He's back around the corner. I don't even know how. 3 versus 3 now. And aliStair, he could have been dead right then and there.
They go for the boost in CT spawn here. And he allows you to look in towards the Palace position and towards default, of course. Vexite, we'll see if he can capitalize upon it. I actually kind of like this idea. They go with the default plan. He's got them rumbled, but it doesn't look to be the case. Naf, though, figuring things out. Where will he be planting this C4? It's an open plant, so that should force him to dismount. Indeed, throwing the grenades now. And OC, need to see him connect a couple of these shots and blind it off, and aliStair will absolutely body bag him.
2 versus 3. Naf just trying to spin everywhere. Not quite sure. He's going to get the first one almost for free out in the open. And it's actually Naf and YEKINDAR now. Just Liazz. He's walking in. He's going to find YEKINDAR, but this retake might be in trouble here. Naf just hiding. He's got 26 kills. So is Liazz. But that bomb, it's way out there. No smoke on top. He's got the kit, but it doesn't matter. He can't find Naf, and this is a done deal. Naf's going to cruise on in for that second one. And a huge recovery for Liquid. This looked like it was going to be a lost round for them.
Yeah, certainly wasn't comfortable, but Naf, he goes above and beyond there. Joined in tow by YEKINDAR as well. They managed to come out on top in a very, very dicey round. Pulling back after his teammate got the information that they were towards middle, and winning out against Liazz, who didn't really have much to work with there, considering the bomb was so far gone. 19-19, final round of the first half of double overtime. As we see the open hand of aliStair once again. It's going to be pretty default setup. The bomb towards underpass right now for the North Americans. So, will they be able to convert this 2-0 though? That's the thing. It's been a long, arduous process. YEKINDAR makes the first incision though. That's Vexite, the danger man. The stone cold killer on the Grayhound side. And Sicko will have to take matters into his own hands now, knowing he needs to find something in response. He'll be pushing that palace.
How much can you ask of just one player to step it up? I like this from Sicko, but yeah, Vexite, it seems like whenever he's out of the round, it's just becomes a bit of a different team. Sicko's got the right idea, but he might be... This is a long, long flank around. The bomb is going to be making its way through connector, and there's absolutely nobody at the A-bomb site. aliStair started to walk back with the AWP, but this could almost be a free bomb plant the way this is going. Oh dear, what a disaster. Liazz, he's got the right idea. aliStair, how quick are you on the trigger? He's got it almost. A little bit of damage, but the bomb is planted.
Or maybe not. The Molotov is actually a stroke of genius there from aliStair. It doesn't yield a frag, but it certainly buys enough time. Awkward for Naf, but 1 HP. He comes out on top just about, and the job is not done. It's still so sloppy from Team Liquid. They're unable to find the convincing frags, but an excellent retake effort so far. Nitro will be dropped. They've got the man advantage. OC, though, will bring it right back in their favor. Low HP for Liazz, and indeed aliStair as well. Naf still 1 point of health. Good flashbang through the smoke. Oh, he's going to flash himself, though, I believe. And down they go. And it will be Liazz to defuse. They found the 2-1 scoreline here in double overtime as we switch things over. And they're actually in good stead to take us to a third map, potentially.
That was one of the rounds they probably shouldn't have won at all. Great retake coming out from Grayhound and Liquid. I mean, they get on there, they get the early kill, they get a bomb plant practically for free, and still it isn't enough. That's kind of unbelievable. Liquid, now is not the time to ease up. They've got Grayhound in this really uncomfortable position, playing in double overtime, but this is just... That round should have been theirs. We'll see if they can recover. Again, they don't look like they have that killer instinct either, Liquid. Even the comeback that they did in regulation was really great, but I'm not feeling that strength from them either. YEKINDAR, he's got 34. He's almost tied up with Vexite on the other side. Might be the battle of those two at the moment here that's going to decide this whole thing. 20-19, second round of the second overtime is coming up.
Some would say the overtime rules probably need to be adjusted in CSGO. I would be one of those people, I would say. It seems like every game gets to this sort of stage. But
yeah, I don't disagree.
Once we get into this, say, whirlwind of like, oh, someone's got 2 rounds, it's very difficult to recover and feel like they're going to get 3 in the second half, if you know what I mean. But OC and Co seem to be crafting their own fortune here as they do go aggressive towards middle, and they've actually yielded the first 2 kills. But it's looking very convincing to tie things up. It's been the motto of the last 10 rounds or so, as we'll see our 5 versus 1 ensue. Liazz dinked en route. Round over, down he goes. That's much more like it. Like, these last few rounds have been a little bit clumsy from Liquid. They will have the advantages, the bomb down, and it's just the shot's not connecting, it felt like. But that's more like it, and smiles on the faces. One more for them, and indeed, their opposition will find guaranteed, locked in, triple overtime potentially, but we'll see.
Yeah, we could be getting there. Something worth considering. I mean, that's not out of the question the way that this is playing out. Tied up 2020. Grayhound. I mean, at the end of regulation, on the T side, they couldn't find anything. Liquid just put up a wall and never really let them through. Even they were stuck at 15 for such a long time. Just needed that one round. We'll see if Liquid can rediscover the defense as well. Naf playing solo B at the start of it with a lot more emphasis towards the middle of it. aliStair, look at the pressure that he's putting on here, just walking right in. This is so risky, but he's going to be good for the kill onto Naf. This is a beautiful Henry there, really cracking open the map. Now it's a 2 versus 4 with YEKINDAR and OC, and they can slow it down. They have so much time, Grayhound. They don't have to do anything really fast here.
This can still fall apart, though. It's impressive so far, but OC with Big Green wading in towards CT spawn. He'll have to sacrifice some control here. Not feeling comfortable. He's very vulnerable to multiple areas here. You can see one player in the form of aliStair coming in towards the backstab as well. And a nice attempt there, but it is a very convincing round. So, there it is. Grayhound have guaranteed triple overtime at the very least. Just finding my marbles there. One more round for them. We'll take the win. So it's up to Team Liquid to take us to the next stage of triple overtime here.
It's just an unending battle. Again, it's only the first best of 3 of the day. We've got 2 more coming up after this one. And, you know, we still don't know the outcome. If Grayhound win this one, then we go on to a whole new map. We're going to be playing Nuke, but there's even more overtime potential. So let's keep it going. Let's make it another one of these days. We're locked in now, Henry. We're committed.
And as with you and I, it's always one of these days. I think we must have done something in a previous life to earn this curse. I'm sorry that you had to join me in this adventure. This is my life.
Yeah, but you know what? If the curse is a lot more Counter-Strike, we'll take it. You know, it's not the worst thing.
That's a good point.
It could be much worse. And also, we're allowed to stay updated on the A stream without getting banned, apparently. So yeah.
Okay. Now you've got me excited. The A stream is where I'm seeing a lot of interesting games go down. Nothing actually being played there right now, I don't believe, but we are going to see a slow approach here, Anders. Grayhound biding their time. Flat default as they deploy their initial smokes. Here, one towards window, one in the connector, of course, and the bomb is actually en route towards A. So they're trying to take vision away here, but NAF has claimed short. Confirmed there's no mid-take as of yet, and it is going to be an A finish. 4 players here. This is for the win, bear in mind. They can pick this one up, Grayhound. They've done enough.
Yeah, they really can.
Waiting.
The pressure's going to be unbelievable. Sicko tries to take the first step, wants to run down onto the bomb side, but OC's already found him. Third player is running through T-spawn at the moment. He's quite far away. They're trying to get close. 20 seconds. Good shot there, Vex side, but they're going to get sprayed down. Nobody checking for Nitro, and this is it. Triple overtime definitely going to be coming in. aliStair, no way out of this one. No time either. Even the kills here, it's not going to make any difference. I don't think he saw him. I think Liazz was camouflaged against one of the corpses down on the site. That's insane. And we're going to go to even more overtime.
So, 5 series of overtime in this series so far, and you're right, we're only into the second map. Who knows what is around the corner? It's the great reset once again. We are going to see just Nitro, to be fair, like that's a nice spray down. Like he was quite patient with this big swing from the steps position. You'd think he would peak a little bit beforehand, but still gets the job done, secures the round. aliStair didn't stand a chance. Nice little flip there from aliStair to close things out, and there it is, 21-21. And I think we called a tactical timeout. I thought Daps making the sign, saying let's just take a second here. These CT rounds have been clumsy, to say the very least. And we are going to see a single orb setup once again. We'll check into the scoreboard while we're here, Anders. YEKINDAR, 35 kills. Everyone else posted around 25 to 28 on the CT side. Vex side still at the very tippity top for Grayhound, as we'll see him posting 38 kills. Liazz and aliStair beneath him on 30. So nothing too much separating them.
No, it's got all the markings of a triple overtime game. Just absolutely everyone's shown up. Backside going to be putting out that Molotov. Does not want to burn alive to it. And actually, aliStair, yeah, he'll throw another HE up there just in case. But he's not going to be able to find anything much behind it. New number that we're looking for is 25 rounds. But this is a bit of a slower lean towards the middle. Grayhound might just be giving a bit of space for Liquid to come peek, but they haven't done so yet. And now it looks like they're going to at least try and put a little bit of pressure on the middle part of the map. Also playing in the hallway over at the B side is Inns, and he's going to take down OC. That's a massive win.
Oh, wow. Back and forth we go, though. Advantage, you would say, for Grayhound, considering the positional control of the B bomb side. Bomb to be planted nice and quickly. And yeah, a lot of pressure on Team Liquid. An incredibly difficult retake. And here comes aliStair. He'll be opting for the B apartments here. Knife foul. They're pretty far removed. You can see they're not close at all, Anders. I'm not sure they can pull this one off. It will take something big at this point from one of the individuals. Smoked off is Nafly. And Nitro's still in the kitchen. I don't think they have much footing in this whatsoever.
Yeah, they really need a miracle opening shot right now. This might be one of them. Liazz tries to take the fight there. Nitro gets a headshot on aliStair, and now the pressure is on. They're really going for it. Now for the kill, it's all on Liazz, and he's getting overwhelmed. 1 versus 3. This is amazing. What a clutch from Liazz, saving them. And look at that high five coming out. aliStair absolutely popping off. That is the round they needed.
That is massive. Liazz goes above and beyond with a back-breaking spray transfer, finding all three members of Team Liquid, and it actually looked like a pretty successful retake there. I didn't think they stood a chance, but somehow, some way, they got the first 2 kills, but Liazz, spinning on a dime here, absolutely eviscerates every opponent in front of him, and there it is. It will be 22-21 as Grayhound posts the first round here in triple overtime. We get into it. It's going to be the single AWP setup again. Team Liquid can't seem to find a string of rounds. Always feels so desperate for them, but the opening frag has been converted this time in their favor.
Yeah, 4 versus 5 to start this one with. In's going down and Liazz taking a fair bit of damage. That's just Naf firing off with the M4. They've got a bit of a crossfire setup. So aliStair, he's been able to win this fight once before against Naf. They need probably the AWP to break open the crossfire. It's not going to be allowed at all. Good timing on that peak. aliStair going down. And it's a quick 5, actually a 5 versus 2 now as they're getting picked apart here. Grayhound finding no lock to start this with. Vexite's going to get that one, but require a lot more to get back into the round. Okay, nice shot.
Okay. It could actually fall apart here. OC seals the deal here. And it will be Liazz, surely with no 3-on-1 heroics now. We'll give it a good go in 45 seconds, and the bomb on his back. He's got a smoke, but he would need a beautiful shot upon entry here. Against the AWP, that might be the best possible way to do it. Otherwise, we've got 2 CTs towards B. One at short and one pushing the B apartments itself.
Just no time at all either is the problem, right? Just 24 seconds here. Hoping for a mistake, but there's nobody where he's even looking. They're miles away from this position. CT spawn is the real threat at the moment. And OC is just very, very patiently waiting. Even in the bomb plant, you can allow for it. It doesn't really make any difference here. Just make sure you win the round. And a good wallbang to take down Liazz. So, they'll tie up the game once again, 22-22.
One more round to go. Who'll be taking the lead? A slight lead at that in this third round of triple overtime. Not much separating these two teams. That's kind of alarm bells going forward. If Liquid are the ones to win this 2-0, this will still be quite a hollow victory. With all the storylines considered, Nitro's last tournament here on home soil, as they just make sure they get all the AK-47s required here. Make sure you defuse the bomb, boys. There we go. So yeah, they can buy the AWP, of course, so they can't buy the AK. So that's why they'll leave the AWP on the floor. If you're wondering, there's 1 round to go, but you want the power of the rifle in the CT hands here. So they've got themselves a bit of an advantage as they look to close things out 23-22. Grayhound have certainly impressed today. Can't take that away from them after getting blown out of the proverbial water at the hands of Cloud9 on Ancient. A bit of a home map for Grayhound as well. 16-2. Didn't look like they'd do much in this tournament and still yet to win a map, but going double overtime in the first and now triple overtime in the second against Team Liquid. Certainly some signs of life here. And OC missing out on the jump. Well, it cost him his life though. Oh, potentially down to 20 points of health. Lucky to still be alive.
Vexite, 40 kills. He's just... I mean, it's impressive, right? It's one thing to have a good half or maybe even a good map, but it's been both maps so far, and he's showing no signs of really cooling off. He's just going to keep on going. Really quite the performance from him here today. OC getting dropped low, but this could look like another A finish. I'm assuming that 2 of them will join up through middle, try and see if they can get that mid control, and then the rest of them will split the A bomb site. They're really, really slowing it down, though. About a minute on the clock, and yeah, I see them throwing down some of the smokes that they're going to need a little bit later on. They're not sure if anyone's in Palace, and that seems to be something that's really worrying them.
All quiet for now. Bomb outside A. Leaving a trail of utility for his teammates. Suggests this will be the A execution. 3 CTs lying in wait, one of which is YEKINDAR. He's up in the Palace with the AK. Oh, it's awkward. Not quite as crispy as you might expect from the likes of him. And they're going to try and capitalize now. Sicker with a good grenade, and he's trying to avoid it. Taking a lot of damage en route. It's Nitro through the smoke. Getting a double there from the ticket booth. Bomb goes down, but still 2 kills found. No one can find a lead here. Nothing separating these 2 teams as we're in triple overtime at 3 versus 2. 19 seconds remaining. Inns is low, still in the Palace position as well. It's down to Vexite to do the heavy lifting here. He can't do it. And it looks like Liquid have done enough to find a slight lead here. 2-1 on their CT campaign as we switch things over once again. And it will be 1st to 25. Bear that in mind. So 1 round will guarantee quad overtime for them. 25 to close things out on the T side. And that's that's my point with the OT rules. When it gets down to these sort of minutiae, posting 2 rounds in your CT side is pretty standard. You just don't see a world where they're going to be finding much more than 1 on the T side. That's why we get stuck in these like eternal loops, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, it's not quite decisive enough, right? It's not a big enough difference that you can definitely say, okay, there we go. We've got a real winner on our hands. It's just a little bit too murky still. And you end up with these scenarios where, yeah, you get pushed for a real long time, which is exactly what's happening here. 23 to 22, first to 25. And we've got Naf looking for somebody's toes here. They have a double setup. If they decide to get adventurous, I mean, there's a chance he could find a kill. He's very, very careful. The rest of Liquid, all the way over towards the B side of the map. He's going to fall back. I wonder if they hear some of the footsteps there. He's got to be a little bit careful. He's not signaling too much. Could be a B finish coming out for the Liquid side here at the start of the second half of the third overtime. Liazz and Vexside are defending it. I mean, they're going up against Vexside. Do you really want to do this?
Well, that's the thing. He's been so good, so sharp. Liazz as well, to be fair. 32 kills to his name. It will be the B finish. 2 players ready and waiting. They should have a slight edge here, but the flashbang is absolutely spot on. Liazz getting caught on the bomb site, but it's the first kill for Vexside, as you mentioned. He's so dangerous in this position. He finds multiple frags time and time again. Still a third player here, and it's going to be Inns, who will be striking from the bench position, but he's being wrapped around the bomb site, and there's YEKINDAR taking him down, looking for map points, and indeed series points in Liquid's case. As they go down to the 2-on-2, OC alive, bomb not planted yet. As I go for the default plant, Sicko gives up his position and will have to restructure, join his teammates. Oh, it's actually just him, I beg your pardon. It's a 2 versus 1 now.
Yeah, he's lost his teammate, Sicko. What can you do here? Already, he could have been down. That's very dangerous. Making the jump up on the counter, 1 versus 2. Yeah, trying to extend that, trying to see if he can throw them for a loop, but YEKINDAR is ready. 38 kills on him as he takes down Sicko and puts Liquid at a potential here. 2 chances, in fact, to close this out. Henry, they might put an end to this one.
It's the first time either of these teams have had 2 chances on the T side. So yes, you might be right. This is where finally we might break the streak here. As our voice boxes hold on for dear life. We will see OC and Co. absolutely run away in the 2 versus 2. That is excellent work. 1 more round will do it, and they're picking up the pace here to be a Palace rush here, Anders. Sicko will be hearing all of this, presumably, but he's caught up in the smoke. It's getting awkward. He gets the first dink. aliStair will respond. Back and forth we go, as you might expect. That wallbang doesn't connect, but Vexside certainly does. 3 players in towards the connector as YEKINDAR strikes back with the sniper himself, and they are so far removed now. Towards the jungle they go. YEKINDAR needs to hold his nerve. 3-on-3, aliLtair and Nitro low.
A quick bomb plant. That's in their favor. Even if they're low on health, YEKINDAR with this AWP, he's got the right idea. Maybe could have had that shot, but he doesn't even connect it at all. Swings again, and aliStair's going to be ready. Grenade. Is that a friendly grenade? Oh my god, it's close, but they will pick it up. It does go very, very deep. I looked like it was getting body blocked, but it's not. 45 kills on Vexside as they get another one and threaten to put us into quad overtime. We're getting there, Henry. Quad overtime. I don't know. I can't remember what the actual record is, but if we've already got this deep, like,
I think I hold it on LAN. At least I've got the record. Of course I do.
Of course, yeah.
It was way back at a PGL event. I think it was a British. No, it was like what team was it? It was like a mixed team with Swedes and I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, it was like 4 in the morning. We dealt like 60. No, it must have been like 70-something rounds, I think it was. So yeah, we're not far off. We're getting there.
Okay.
But on LAN, I think I've got the record.
Beautiful. Well, there's we have a goal ahead of us then. It's not impossible that we can get there the way this is playing out. So we'll see. 24 to 23. The battle continues. It feels like almost every single round is down to just the multi-kill potential of Vexside at the moment. It's just quite astonishing.
Yeah, what a performance this has been. The fact still remains, Liquid can put this one to bed if they can just find 1 more round. It's been an arduous task. The absolute heavy favorites, astounding favorites coming into this series. And it's been a hard-fought affair. They are here at series point. This could be it for Grayhound in this tournament. Dallas has not been kind to them thus far, yet to pick up a map. But a hell of a performance here so far. Team Liquid have been on the ropes multiple times. Even in regulation here on Mirage, and bear in mind, Liquid were down 14-8 to even find their way here. It's been a hell of a battle. They have put everything on the line, and they've left everything on the server. Grayhound will receive one final A attack here. Can they hold it off and take us into quad overtime?
That is exactly what is on the line. Sicko in the back. A little bit early on the trigger on that AWP. Going to put up a smoke to try and create a bit of a one-way. I'm sure he's going to be jumping on top of the box to help out Backside. Yeah, he is here. The raid boss for Grayhound that has been absolutely dominating this game, and he's ready for more. Gets the kill. The bomb being planted though, and a shot comes through. Nitro with the kill on Sicko. Henry, it might finally come to an end here. 3 versus 4. As aliStair will get the 1 kill, and Liazz on the comeback. This might not be over yet. Naf is there on the headshot, and it's a 2 versus 2.
Oh my god, that could be enough. Inns now left with just a flashbang, the rifle, the bomb is half gone, and it's been one of the hardest games of the tournament so far, but Team Liquid might have done enough here. The fake defuse attempt comes through. Will anyone show? Would remove Grayhound from the tournament. A hollow victory. You can see they're not super hyped about it, Anders. That was an arduous battle to say the very least, but they avoid relegation and keep the tournament dream alive.
It took absolutely everything, didn't it? Unbelievable stuff, but congratulations, obviously, to Team Liquid. Well done, and they are going to continue.